What's up, Riftbound fans? Dev here, and today we're taking a disciplined march straight into one of the cleanest, most commanding decks in the game, Garen, Might of Demacia. If you like structured board dominance, building wide with recruits, and turning formation into raw power, this deck is going to feel incredibly satisfying to pilot. Garen isn't about chaos, he's about controlled pressure, organized force, and winning the battlefield through presence, not tricks. Let's break it down. Legend, champions, battlefield, units, spells, sideboard, and of course, I'll give you those competitive tips on what to push, what to hold, and what to strike for lethal. Let's begin. Starting off with the legend, Garen. When you conquer, if you have 4 or more units at a battlefield, draw 2. Always aim to conquer with exactly 4 bodies, not just one big unit. This is a competitive tip for you. This deck doesn't want single threats, it wants coordinated presence. The draw keeps your momentum going turn after turn. Next we have the Garen Champion unit. Other friendly units here have +1 might. Garen doesn't just fight, he elevates the whole squad. Even your simple recruit tokens suddenly matter when Garen is present. They're not filler, they become your engine. And lastly, the signature spell Decisive Strike. Give all friendly units +2 might this turn. Think of this as your formation rally moment. When you're ready to push a battlefield or threaten a surprise Grand Plaza victory, Decisive Strike turns a modest board into a lethal formation. Let's talk about battlefields. First we have Alter to Unity. When you hold this, create a 1 might recruit token at your base. This is your steady supply line. Simply holding position, generate bodies for future pushes. Next we have Grand Plaza. When you have 7 or more units here, you just instantly win. Another competitive tip for you, don't rush Grand Plaza early. Build recruits in base first, then switch multiple times to Plaza. Garen plus Recruit Flood plus Decisive Strike is your clean checkmate signal. Finally, we have Trafarian War Camp. Units here gain +1 might. This is where you soften up enemy resistance or stack your force before a big push. Alongside Garen, these are the champion units to reinforce your strategy. First, we have Victor. When a non-recruit ally dies, create a recruit at your base. This gives you a recycling army. Nothing is wasted, everything fuels board presence. Moving on, we have Shen. Shield 2 and Tank. Shen is your battlefield anchor. Drop him when you need to stall a battlefield while building recruits elsewhere. We have Darius next. Legion, when you play him after another card, he enters ready. Also gives +1 might to allies at his battlefield. Darius becomes a surprise strike unit, ready to attack immediately and boost the whole squad. Moving on to our yellow units. This deck uses yellow units as a formation builder. First we have Noxian Drummer. When she moves, spawns a recruit at a battlefield. Great for applying pressure while feeding into Grand Plaza. Next we have Faithful Manufacturer. Creates a recruit on play, simple and efficient. Moving on, we have Vanguard Captain. Legion, create 2 recruits when played if you've already played something this turn. Always try to sequence a cheap spell or unit first, then hit Captain to get the full value. Moving on, we have Peak Guardian. Buffs himself, and if at a battlefield, buffs everyone else there too. Great midpoint reinforcement. And lastly, we have Machine Evangel. On death, creates 3 recruits at your base. Another competitive tip for you, sometimes it's correct to allow Machine Evangel to die defensively, just to set up Grand Plaza later. Those 3 recruits are a Grand Plaza trigger waiting to happen. Moving on to our orange spells first. Sabotage. Look at your opponent's hand, recycle a non-unit card. Use this before committing to a grand stratagem or decisive strike turn. You don't want your win turn disrupted. Unyielding Spirit. Prevent all spell or ability damage. This protects your recruit formation from being cleared. Cannon Barrage. Reaction ping to all enemy units in combat. Soften the field before a decisive push. Primal Strength. +7 might to a unit. Great to force a breakthrough or delete a tank unit standing in Plaza. Moving on to our yellow spells, we have Hidden Blade. It's a hidden and you kill a unit, and the person whose unit dies, they draw 2. Best to remove a critical blocker on Plaza or War Camp on your winning turn. Salvage, kill a gear to draw 1. Good if you're running out of gas or need to recycle. Back to back, give 2 friendly units plus 2 might. Great for protecting 2 key units in trade heavy battles. Vengeance, kill a unit. Clean, simple, powerful. Recruit the Vanguard. Play 4 recruits. Here's a competitive tip for you. This is your Grand Plaza setup card. Combine with Decisive Strike or Grand Stratagem and go for the instant win. Speaking of Grand Stratagem, give all friendly units plus 5 might. This is your for Demacia moment, the finishing swing. If this lands on a full board, it's game over. Moving on to our sideboard, we're going to be bringing Unyielding Spirit, which is for more controlled spell decks, Salvage against grindy matchups where you want more draw, Cannon Barrage against token swarm decks, Vengeance, extra removal versus large single threats. Sideboarding is simple. If they outscale you, bring removal. If they clear your board, bring Unyielding Spirit. If they play long, bring Salvage. And that wraps up the Garen Might of Demacia deck. This deck doesn't rush blindly. It builds, forms, ranks, and wins in one clean, overwhelming strike. Manage your recruit engine, play around Garen's draw trigger, and always prepare for that Grand Plaza win line. It's one of the cleanest victory conditions in Riftbound once you understand formation timing. If you enjoyed this breakdown, drop a comment on what champion you're going to be running in set 1. Until next time, stand strong, plan your formation, and as always, for Demacia!